I think I'm live. I'll wait till a few more people come in. Maybe better if I put the glasses on. Hi, Brandon. Yes, we can. I'm just about to talk about Big Brother. Can you hear me though? And see me and everything? Hello. LMA. So you can hear me, I'm coming through okay. Excellent. Well, I've wrote down things that I want to talk about Big Brother. I'm really starting to enjoy it. And I felt really sorry for Trisha last night. It looks as if she's starting to have a hard time already. Excellent beast. All clear. Brilliant. Well, last night's show, I don't even know where to begin. So much went on. Hi. Maybe I should wait more people coming in first. Do you know, I'm just after chasing a wee dog away from the door because Poppy's two-timing Mr. Mikey right now. And she's bringing the boys to the yard. So I've had to chase this wee boy away. Super rainy Norway. Cool. It's been a funny day today, weather-wise. We had torrential rain, but now the sun has come out, so that's all good. Okay, so got a lot to talk about. It's our milkshake brings all the boys to the yard blub. So the task, have you seen what task is going on right now? It's called Private Members Club. And what happened was they lined up all the housemates and they're in this really, it looks like a bar, and they had them all lined up, and on a table in the distance was picture frames with housemates' pictures. Now, Marissa, is it her name, Marissa? Marissa, she's already up for nomination, so she can't really, she's not going to be immune from the first vote. She's going to be up for eviction. So she went first, and what she had to do was look at all the housemates' pictures and choose one housemate that wasn't going to get immunity on that task. So it never actually shows you who she picked, but I'm pretty sure she would have picked Sean because Sean put her up for nomination. So I do know, by the way, this video will contain spoilers of tonight's show, just in case you want to watch. Oh, thank you very much. Just in case you want to watch it tonight. Some spoilers this video. So it got down to when there was only 3 remaining. Those 3 people were going to be immune from the first vote, and this is the great bit, they live on a luxury shopping budget, and the rest of the housemates are on a budget. So, so the 3 people that are immune from the first vote off and are getting to live in luxury is Paul, Helen, and Derek. They were the 3 left. And I must say, I'm quite liking Paul. And Paul is the one that was wearing the kind of light blue suit when he went in, and it had like trousers but a skirt over the trousers. So I'm actually starting to quite like him. So he's safe, and Helen's safe. She's quite funny. She's a comedian, and Derek is safe. So they'll have more games over the next few days to see who else goes in private members club, to call it. Now, 10 people will end up being in the private members club, and 5 will be up for the first vote off, and will join Marissa. So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm Team Trisha. I love Trisha, and I'm a bit worried because she seems to be separating herself from the rest of the house, and she seems really quite down. But I think she's maybe a little bit homesick. Well, she knows nobody over here, and she's been flung in with she was crying last night in the show. Last night she was crying. There's 2 boys. Hold on, I'll bring up their pictures because I forget their names still, or some of their names. I think it's they call themselves Jam, Jordan and Sam. Jordan and Sam, and they're going about and they're calling themselves Jam. So those 2, oh, I'm telling you, they would get on my nerves. They would really get on my nerves. They're young lads, and they're in for a good time and everything. And it's fun watching, but to live with them, I would be going crazy. During there was a task. What was the task for? Let me think. Remember what that task was for. I don't know. They done another task yesterday, and they had to line up, and they were getting gunged. So Big Brother was trying to talk and was telling the housemates to be quiet, but Sam and Jordan were talking and talking and talking and talking. Hi, Olivia. And Big Brother kept saying, be quiet, be quiet. And you could see Trisha was sitting and she was rolling her eyes, and you could see she was getting angrier and angrier. And they were laughing, and she turned around and she says, "These are meant to be quiet." And she was really, for God's sake, shut up and everything. So they started on her, and they were bantering with her, but you could tell she was a bit upset. And Brandy, who was sitting next to her, she butted in and started on Trisha. So you could see straight away that Trisha was starting to get upset. So later on last night, the boys were trying to say sorry to Trisha, but Trisha's having none of it. And then Trisha ended up going to the diary room, and she was breaking her heart in the diary room. But as I say, it would be hard for anybody going in that Big Brother house, never mind coming all the way from the USA. The food's different, the people are different, everything's different, and she must be feeling homesick. And oh yeah, I love Trisha. And to be quite honest, these boys are arseholes. I'm sorry, but that's the only word I really know for them. They are. I mean, my 15, but he's going to be 16. My 16-year-old son behaves better than them. It's just the truth. And to tell you, last night I would have been absolutely raging. Last night the boys ended up having a drink, and I think they were drunk. And they went into the bedroom, and they were lying in bed, and Gemma and Brandy were lying in their bed, and they had their night masks on and everything, and they were going to sleep. And the boys filled a glass of water and went over and just threw it on them in their beds. It was through their quilt, through their pillows. It was through the mattress. Everywhere was soaked. And the boys ran back into bed and they were going hee 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 and laughing. I would have been absolutely raging. That's just something that well, as I say, my 16-year-old son wouldn't do. I mean, that's just throwing it on your bed. Is it just me? Maybe I'm just an old fogey, but honestly, you don't mess about when people are in bed. And someone said, I watched the after show with Rylan, and it's Big Brother's bit on the side, and someone even said they hate crumbs in their bed, never mind glasses of water poured over them. So I thought, no, these guys would really get my, do my head in. And drinking lemonade. So that's them. I can see more happening, and I hate to say it, but I'm starting to get the feeling that Trisha might walk. I'm really, really hoping that she doesn't, and I'm really rooting for her. Oh, by the way, I got a new webcam. Wait, I'll show you that. That's how I'm so clear. My picture's so clear. You see it? That was some lovely subscribers had gave me a couple of donations, so I used it and got this webcam, and I'm really loving it. I can do ASMR. So I'm loving the picture, because the picture last week was very grainy, I thought. So I didn't want to put out horrible videos for you. I wanted it to be nice. So I'm loving it. Look at me, I've got a camera on top of my laptop. So, any of yous watching it in the chat room? Oh, good, Liv. I'm so happy, because the first few streams were an absolute disaster. So I'm getting there. Paul, he's definitely grown on me. And he went over to Trish last night, and he was being awful nice to her. And that's a real man. To me, that's a real man that can go over when you're feeling so bad and make you feel better. And he was, he was helping her. And he was saying to the two boys, go in and talk to Trish. Amends. But honestly, they were just wee arseholes. There's no other word for me to describe them. I would say it to their face, they are. I'm sorry, their mums will be. If it was my son, I'd be saying that was so disrespectful. Or my son wouldn't treat women like that. My son wouldn't treat anybody like that. So, and throwing water in your bed? Oh, Jesus. Honestly, the thought of see, I've got a bit of OCD. Things like that would really freak me out, like water on your bed, like water on the mattress. I would have to go out and buy a new mattress. I would never be able to sleep on it again. I know that sounds strange, but that's the way I would. Yeah, like there is too many boys like that. Not enough men. Not enough men. But that, no, when Paul went in, I thought they are obnoxious. I feel bad for Trish. Paul, when he first went in, I thought, I'm not going to like this guy, because he's pretty. He looks like a pretty boy. And I don't, like Chad. I would not go near Chad if he was the last man on earth. Chad doesn't need anybody else to love him, because Chad loves himself enough. And that, I don't like that. I like proper men, and Chad just loves himself too much, and excuse me, that just annoys me. And Karthik, That's the man with the one eyebrow. Honest to God, I sit in my OCD again, I'm thinking, I wish I had this tweezers. In fact, I said the last live stream I would give them £50. I would donate £100 to a good cause if they would let me get into his eyebrows with a set of tweezers. There, I've put it out there. It's online. If they want to pick me up on that offer, I will do it. Get me in at his eyebrows with a set of tweezers. I would do it. Do you know, see in my notes, I've wrote, Chad is being a dick. Sorry, but that's you know, yeah, I said the bad word. And Sarah, hi Arab. Sarah, I'm liking her as well. For Girls Aloud. Oh, I think there's going to be a fight outside my window right now. There's football on today, and it was an early kick-off, so that means there's people going by drunk. Colleen, that is absolutely true. I also feel that there was double standards in the task last night. The young boy was shunned for sleeping with so many women, but Trisha wasn't frowned upon. I didn't like the whore comment. Someone called her a whore, which is just, it's a horrible word. And for, let's face it, if women are going out to make money, that's nobody's choice profession. No one wakes up and thinks that that's going to be my dream job. Women do that because they're desperate for money. You know what I mean? But this young lad was kind of getting a pat on the back for sleeping. Well, he says he's slept with 1,500 women. And they're all like, oh, good, you know, oh, you're a lad. But she got called a whore. I know, that was horrible. Oh, thank you, Colleen. My makeup looks so lovely. It's not morning here, Anita. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. 2:30. But good morning, wherever you are. Yes, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the next nomination is going to be, or when the first housemate is going to be walking, but I have got a feeling when the first housemate goes out, they're going to put in 3 more. Because, as I say, on the Celebrity Big Brothers bit on the side with Ryland, they've got this board going right along, and it's got all the housemates on it, and there's actually 3 panels that nobody's, I don't know, I'm just watching the telly, and that there's 3 panels extra. Oh, good morning. Tamira says, good morning from Canada. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm here. I'm talking about Celebrity Big Brother because Trisha Paytas is it. I watch Celebrity Big Brother anyway, but this year's more important, I feel, because Trisha's in it, and I love Trisha, and I feel sorry for her. I really do feel sorry for her. I wish I was there just to give her a big hug and tell her everything's going to be okay. And I feel as if the rest, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are looking down their nose at her. And it's just, and it's what, and she was crying to, I think it was Paul. Again, she was crying to, or it was Karthik. and she was saying that every boyfriend she had's walked away from her, and why do they all do that? Maybe it's all boys that are in LA and everything that do it. But I think that maybe Trisha's problem is because she's going out with these boys and she's sleeping with them in the first night. I'm not saying it's wrong. If you want to sleep with somebody in the first night, sleep with somebody in the first night. But I think that's what's happening. She's just giving them her whole self straight away. And, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But I think maybe she tries too hard to keep them. And, you know, she should just let them come to her, I think. But let's see. So also, Derek's show, I don't know if you have seen, but they done like a talent show the other night. And Derek, he is the medium, the spirit man, that he can see spirits, and he's got this spirit guide called Sam. And Sam is meant to be a 6'3" Ethiopian, and he's Derek's spirit guide, and he comes and he tells Derek the future, well, not the future, but tells him about spirits that want to contact people and etc. So Big Brother told them that they had to do a show, and Derek had a table, and what he first done was he got a 2p piece, he put it in the middle of the table and he drew around it, and he said, right, there's that 2p, it's in the middle of the circle, so everybody, it's in the middle of the circle. So everybody's okay. So then he starts doing something like this, and he kind of moves, he's doing something like this with his hand, but I noticed his other hand going like that and flicking the 2p, right? And he says nothing, and then he goes, oh, look, everybody, the 2p is not even just past the circle, it's completely out of the circle. Oh, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, in the Big Brother house there's a million cameras. And they picked that up straight away. Straight away, you seen them doing that and flicking it. So, Colleen says, not sure if you do, but I get bad vibes from Brandy and Marissa. They seem a bit like the nasty girls you come across in school. I feel they like to look down at Trisha, especially in the talent show. I know, that's what I'm saying. I get that feeling too, that they're looking down their nose at her. And it's a shame, and it is like Mean Girls. And I think Trisha actually said that last night, that she felt as if, oh, she was back at school, you know, and there was these mean girls and mean boys. And now for someone coming all the way from America, they should give her, you know, welcome to the UK, and this is, you know, this is how we act to people visiting our country. You don't behave like that. And like that when Trisha was open and honest and said about her escorting days and things like that, and she got it through back in her face. And it was horrible. It was really horrible. And I do love Trisha. And you know, she's got such a soft heart. It doesn't take much for her to break down. And I honestly think she can't read all the comments that she's got on YouTube, because there's a lot of nasty people. And if she was to read them all, she would be in a terrible way. I don't think I would read them if I was getting that many comments like that. I don't think I would read my comments either. But for people to be face to face and nasty and judgmental and horrible. Excuse me if I'm burping. I've been drinking gassy juice. So I wonder if Big Brother's going to take any action about the bedwetting situation. Because surely Big Brother wouldn't be allowing them to sleep in wet beds. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but I'm sure the beds would be soaked through. And they also, Big Brother gave them into trouble. I think it was either today or last night. Someone has been talking about nominations. I don't know who's been talking about nominations, but someone has. So Big Brother gathered them all on the couches and said to them, you know, it's against Big Brother's rules to be talking about nominations. So because someone did the hot water, was it the hot water? Or basic rations, they were on basic rations or something like that. So they're starting to fight over bottled water. Now in the UK we can drink out the water taps, but that's, you know, see, the water I buy out the shop is just as good as the water that runs from a tap. Hi Shannon. So they're not going to die of thirst. Colleen said, I feel like they let the entertaining housemates get away with things. And the regular Big Brother, they just finished. Chanel seemed to get away with a lot of things. Or if it was normal people, they would, you know, they would be getting warnings of Big Brother. But since they're celebrities, they can get away with it. Like the bedwetting, I don't think Big Brother's going to, well, maybe they will. But I think if that was on the normal Big Brother, you'd be getting a warning for breaking the furniture, because you're told that you've got to look after the furniture. You can't go about vandalising and pouring water on beds. The beds are going to need to dry out, or they're going to have to sleep in wet beds. I wouldn't be sleeping in a wet bed. I'd be sleeping in a diary room. So they're all starting to fight over bottles of water. They were talking about opening bottles of water and filling up lots of bottles with wee bits of water, because Big Brother only gives them 2 bottles of water. Or, I don't know, but fighting over water. As I say, in the UK, you can drink the water. See, I'm getting pop-ups going on here. Hold on. So has anybody else got any suggestions or thoughts on who's going to go out first? Oh, and the love-wise, I think that Amelia and Chad, I think Amelia and Chad may get a romance on in the house. Amelia is the younger, I think she's 22, the young girl. And we know who Chad is. Chad's the oiled up guy that loves himself. In fact, Amelia and I think it was Brandy were in the toilet earlier on, and Amelia had turned around and said that Chad wasn't really her type. Sarah, you're very welcome. Chad walked into the bathroom and Amelia had said, I was just saying that you're not really my type. And you could see his face drop, like, oh, how could you say that I wasn't your type? You know, all women should be groveling at my feet. I've got a sneeze coming. Nope, lost it. And Karthik with the monobrow, he's going about trying to be the Joker. But his jokes are rubbish. His jokes are really bad, but he's trying his best to be the funny man of the house. But he's not a bad guy. But the two young boys, I'm not going to say they're bad. I'm just going to say that they don't know any better. They think that's what to do in the Big Brother house is, a lot of jump about, throwing water about, and the way they're treating Trish is just horrible. I hate seeing it, and I hate seeing her crying. I wish I could give her a hug and tell her it's going to be okay. And she was up in the diary room, and she was breaking her heart. And this was when she was saying, "Why do all the boys leave me? Why can't a boyfriend stay with me? Why do they always leave?" And she said, "Leave the now, do I get any of the money? Because they're given a fee for being in Big Brother. I have no idea how much they get." But she says, "Do you get paid maybe 1 day or 2 days?" But I don't think so. I think if you walk, you forfeit any kind of payment. But she doesn't really need the money. But I just think that in Toppie had been homesick and strange. Over here herself, strange. You've got these two arsehole boys acting up, and people calling her whores. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's horrible, and I don't know how you could do it to another human being. See, then I'm getting worked up. Getting worked up now. I need to calm myself down. So I think that's all the notes that I've wrote. But the private members club is going to be a great task, especially if they have got people on a budget and they're starving, and you've got the other ones that are in this private members club. And it looked as if it was like a bar they were in, so I'm thinking the alcohol's going to, alcohol's going to be on tap. So that's going to be fun. So, has MD got anything they want to talk about while I'm here? Get this wee boy dog that's prancing about. He's after Poppy, and Mr. Mikey's not happy one bit. Colleen says, "I know you're a makeup lover and it's off topic, so I apologise, but what are your thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills subculture palette?" Well, I don't know, but I'm thinking it's going to be good. Because look, honestly, what I'm sitting with next to me, I love this palette. So I'm thinking it's going to be good. And Liv says, "Do you have any plans for camera play videos soon? Camera repair, straightening, etc." I done a video and it's on my channel this morning, and it's a haircut with lots of hair straightening, because people wanted me to do a hair straightening video. So I done a haircut, but I done a long session of hair straightening. So camera repair. Well, as I say, I've got this new little webcam, so that might be good to try this with brushes and things. So the makeup, the Anastasia palette I'd like to try, and the new Urban Decay one. Have you seen that? It's Urban Decay Naked Heat. It's out of stock. Every time I go on, it's out of stock. and it's just as well because I'd be buying it. And I'm looking at all my makeup and thinking, I don't really need it, but you know, I need it for my collection. It's got, you know, I'm going to have to get it. It does look beautiful though. Greetings from Germany. In Germany we say Group and Deutschland. I'm sorry, I've probably said that horribly. I'm sorry, but hello, and I hope you're having a great day in Germany. I've been to Munich. Munich's a beautiful place. And Sarah said loved it. And that's good. But I'm getting the hang of this live streaming. I'm glad the picture's a lot better. I wasn't happy with the quality before. Well, predictions for Big Brother. Let me see, what do I predict? Ooh. Who's going to go first? I've got a feeling maybe one of the boys will go first if they're up for nomination. Saying that, there might be a lot of young girls voting him in. I hope it's not Trisha. I hope it's not. So there's going to be 5 people up. 5 people up, and Marissa is going to be up as well. So I don't know if that's 5 including her or 5 as well as her. And who's going to win the show? I think it's going to be Sean. I'd love Trisha to win, but I think it's going to be Sean because Sean's got such a fan base here. And I still find it funny calling him Sean. I'm used to calling him Barry because he was in EastEnders and that was his name in EastEnders, was Barry. So I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win it. But anyway, thank you all for joining me, and Monday, I'll do another video on Monday, probably around about the same time, and we can talk about what's happened, but I'll be watching and I'll write down some notes. So if there's anything that you want to talk about, please join me on Monday, and I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.